The strange villaggete village of Brii had always been quiet, a place where people worked hard, traded honestly, and they avoided unnecessary trouble. But one morning, peace shattered when a loud boom echoed through the central market. From the smoke stumbled a young man with messy hair, scorched clothes, and a cracked bamboo flute clutched to his chest. "It wasn't me," he shouted, coughing. "He only wanted the chickens to lay eggs faster if he played them a tune." The villagers gasped. The explosion had come from the chicken coop, and the feathers rained down like confetti. From that day on, the name Brii wasn't just the name of the village, it became the nickname of the clumsiest, most accident-prone man anyone had ever met. Chapter 2. Disaster at the market fair's annual market fair was the biggest event of the year. Stalls overflowed with fruits, fabrics, and the fish. Everyone whispered warnings, "Keep Brii away from trouble. Don't let him touch anything." But Brii couldn't resist. He snuck in with an old drum, thinking, "I'll add some rhythm to the lion dance, it will be spectacular." As the lion dancers performed gracefully, Brii pounded his drum, boom, boom, boom. Except his rhythm was completely off. The lion turned the wrong way, crashed into the fish stall, and the hundreds of slippery fish flew into the air. Villagers shrieked as fish clung to their clothes and the faces. Some screamed, others laughed until their sides hurt. He only wanted to make it more festive," Brii stammered. The crowd groaned. Trouble had struck again. Chapter 3. The ridiculous trial that night, the villagers held an emergency meeting in the town hall. Chief Laru banged his staff on the floor. "Brii, you must explain yourself." Brii raised his hand nervously. "It didn't mean harm. It just wanted everyone to smile." A furious fish seller shouted, "Smile? I lost half my stock." Another villager added, "I laughed so hard my shirt ripped in two." The meeting turned into chaos, half the people angry, the other half laughing uncontrollably. Finally, Chief Laru sighed and he declared, "Enough. Brii, by sunrise tomorrow, you must leave this village." The room fell silent. It was decided Brii was banished. Chapter 4. A comical farewell morning came. Brii packed his few belongings, his bamboo flute, the dented drum, and a small bag of roasted seeds. As he prepared to leave, villagers gathered to see him off. "Go far, far away," one shouted. "Wherever you go, chaos will follow," another added. But then, a group of children ran up. They handed him a warm corn cake. One whispered, "Don't be sad. You make us laugh, and that's special." Brii smiled despite his heavy heart. Maybe somewhere out there, his foolishness wouldn't be a curse but a gift. He stepped onto the dusty road, determined to find out. Chapter 5. The first step beyond the village fields stretched an endless dirt road. Brii walked under the burning sun, playing his flute to keep his spirits up. Suddenly, from the bushes, 10 rough-looking men appeared. "Stop right, sir," their leader barked. "This is the territory of the thieves of 10 fools." Brii blinked. "Wait, 10 fools? He thought he was the only fool around." The men stared, then burst into laughter. Their leader clapped him on the back. "With foolishness that Brii, you're destined to lead us. From today, you are our chief fool." And just like that, Brii, who had been banished for causing trouble, became the unlikely leader of a gang of safes. Meeting the foolish bandits at thieves of 10 fools weren't exactly terrifying. One wore shoes on the wrong feet, another tried to sharpen a spoon instead of a knife, and the cook always forgot to add water to soup. They surrounded Brii, waiting for orders. Brii panicked. "Orders? I don't even know how to lead myself." Still, he raised his flute like a commander's baton. "Ooh, let's, steal bread?" The bandits cheered as if he'd planned the greatest heist in history. Brii thought to himself, "Well, how bad could this be?" Chapter 2. The great bread robbery. That night, the gang marched into a bakery, ready for their first mission under Chief Fool Brii. He told them to be quiet, but one bandit sneezed so loudly the flour bags exploded in a white cloud. Another tripped and he knocked over trays of pies. Instead of stealing, the thieves ended up feeding the entire village free bread. Villagers woke to find hot rolls on their doorsteps. When they realized what had happened, they cheered, "Brii the thief is a hero." Brii scratched his head. "I guess we robbed hunger, not bread." Chapter 8. Trouble with the soldiers. Word of the heroic thieves reached the royal guards. Convinced that Brii was a dangerous mastermind, they rode out to arrest him. Brii tried to hide in a haystack but sneezed, sending hay flying into the captain's face. Chaos erupted. Horses neighed, soldiers tripped over each other, and the Brii rod somehow ended up tied to the captain's boots instead of the prison ropes. By the end, the soldiers had captured nothing but their own pride. The villagers laughed so hard they begged Brii rod to perform the story every week like a play. Chapter 9, An Unexpected Friendship Among the guards was one particularly clumsy soldier named Milo. Instead of arresting Brii rod, Milo whispered, "You're just like me, everything you touch goes wrong. Let's be friends." Brii rod's eyes widened. "A fellow fool? Finally, someone who understands." Milo deserted the royal guard that very night and joined Brii rod's gang. Together, the two fools became inseparable, constantly tripping, dropping, and misunderstanding everything yet somehow always escaping disaster. Chapter 10. The name spreads news of Chief Fool Brii rod and his merry idiots spread across the land. Some called him a criminal, others a hero, but everyone agreed on one thing: he was unforgettable. Travelers told stories of the thief who robbed bread and gave it away, the outlaw who tied himself to the captain's boots, and the fool who made children laugh even in dark times. Brii rod sat by the campfire, listening to the tales. "Hey," whispered to Milo, "do you think maybe being a fool is my destiny?" Milo grinned, chewing burnt bread. "If destiny tastes like this, I'm in." And so, the legend of Brii rod began to grow louder, funnier, and far more dangerous than he ever imagined. The dark sorcerer appears far away. In a crooked black tower, a sorcerer named Maltrix stirred his cauldron. He overheard travelers gossiping about a legendary fool who could outwit armies and steal bread without being caught. Maltrix slammed his staff on the floor. "Outwit armies? Impossible! That fool must be hiding great power. If he is a rival sorcerer, he must be destroyed." Lightning flashed dramatically, only for the roof to let rainwater directly into his cauldron. Still, Maltrix swore revenge against Brii rod, the man he'd never met. Chapter 12. The first assassins to test this so-called fool. Maltrix sent assassins silent, masked, terrifying. They crept into Brii rod's camp at midnight. But Brii rod, half asleep, was roasting chestnuts. When he tossed one into the dark, it smacked the leader right in the eye. The assassins panicked. Brii rod, believing they were starving travelers, offered them burnt chestnuts. Stunned by his mercy, the assassins swore loyalty to him. They marched back to Maltrix declaring, "Master, he is too powerful, he turned us with food." Maltrix's eye twitched. This fool is dangerous indeed. Chapter 13. The haunted castle. Brii rod's gang stumbled upon an abandoned castle. Milo insisted they explore, hoping for treasure. Instead, the halls were alive with eerie echoes. Paintings sang opera, chairs danced waltzes, and the chandelier kept dropping candles on everyone's heads. Brii rod pulled out his flute and played off-key, hoping to calm the spirits. Instead, his squeaky notes clashed so badly with the haunted music that the ghosts covered their ears and fled. "See," Brii rod puffed proudly, "even ghosts can't handle my art." The gang cheered as if he'd just slain an army. Chapter 14. The monster battled deep inside the castle. A hulking shadow beast rose from the floor. Its eyes glowed red, and its roar shook the walls. Milo shouted, "We're doomed." Brii rod tried to fight, but he tripped, flinging his drum into the monster's mouth. The beast gagged on the drum, stumbled backward, and smashed through the wall into the moat. The gang cheered wildly. Brii rod blinked. "Did he win?" "Of course, Chief," Milo yelled. "No more one defeats a beast with a drum except you." Brii rod decided not to correct him. Chapter 15. The sorcerer's rage back in his tower. Maltrix screamed when he learned the beast was defeated. "That buffoon has destroyed my plans twice already. Next time, you will face him myself." He swore under the next full moon he would mark to crush Brii rod and his band of fools. Meanwhile, Brii rod sat by the campfire, teaching Milo how to juggle bread loaves. He sneezed, and the bread landed in everyone's laps perfectly. Milo whispered, "You're not a fool, Brii rod. You're Destiny's clown." Brii rod shrugged, unaware that a dark storm was brewing closer and closer.